Guys. Um, okay. Well, this is it, right? This is the Cyber Monday deal that I am talking about. Um, this is something that I have been working on behind the scenes for a really long time, different pieces of it that doesn't really matter to you right now. Um, what I've developed and what I've figured out, you guys, sorry, I'm incredibly emotional right now because I know what it means. I know what it means to you, and I know what it means to your families, and I know what it means when everything works. I know what it means for you to be able to show up in the world in the way you were designed to. I know what it means to not have to work your 40, 60, 80 hour a week job anymore. So now you can live in service the way you were designed to. I know what it means to be able to wake up in the morning and have people messaging you saying, thank you so much for what you X, Y, and Z, right? Like I know what that means. And I know what it means to you. And more specifically, I know what it means to your family. And I know what it means to your community around you. I know that for me, anyway, my heart and soul bleeds for families, right? Not just in a financial way, but my heart and my soul bleeds for families in a way that we have via, society and whatever, have been torn apart, right? There's the parents that are working 40, 60, 80 hours a week. The kids are kind of doing their own thing. Maybe the parent gets really stressed out, and whenever they get home from work, they take it out on their family, not meaning to, but because that's just it's like a cycle that happens. Or maybe they just plain don't even see their kids, right? Because we live in a hustle culture. We live in a culture where things are so expensive and we get paid so little that we can't make them match. And so when we can't make these things match, we have to work and work and work and work to try to. And as we're hustling and trying to make it, everything else is falling by the wayside. And I'm gonna say, guys, I think it's by design. I think it's by design that families are being torn apart in this way. And so my goal is to put families back together again. My goal is for mom and dad to not have to work the 40, 60, 80 hour a week job if they don't want to. If you love it, you love it. So be it. That's fine. But if you don't want to work it, I want you to be able to create income around your family so that you do not have to do that. And so you can rather be working from home. You can be homeschooling if you want to do that. You can travel anytime that you want to. If something happens in your family, instead of you just feeling bad where you are, you can go to them, right? You can travel, guys. We can do what we want to do. If you know that somebody is hurting around you, you will have extra finances to be able to say, here, let me help out with that, right? That's what we're designed for. Except the thing is we don't get to live that out. And then there's a part of us, you guys, that actually is is sad about that. But I don't think that we actually focus on it or think about how sad we are that we don't get to help out more because we don't have more, because we don't have the resources and we don't have the time and we can't be able to give back. I think that's a thing, you guys. Tell me in the comments if you've ever thought that. I know I did. If you've ever thought, man, I wish I could help, you hear somebody in your church is going through something and they need some X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. And you're like, man, I really wish I would be able to give back to that. I really wish I would be able to help them out, but I can't. Hopefully somebody can. Guys, we live in a world of I hope somebody can. Do we understand that? That we live in a world of like, I can't, but I really hope someone can. Sorry. I want you to. I want you to be able to. We're in a position in our own lives at this point, me and Mike and Nora and whatever, right? We're in a position in our own, I didn't mean to come on and cry, okay? I'm sorry. This is just kind of like what's happening right now. But we're in a position in our own lives, you guys, where it's give back time. It's time to give back. I'm living in a constant state. We are living in a constant state of give back now. Period. That's it. There's no building, there's no whatever. We're just in give it back. Teach people what they need to know. Teach them what they need to know. Do for them as much as you possibly can, and then send them out to go do for others. Teach them, empower them, equip them, and send them out so they can do for others, guys. That's where we're at right now. I'm gonna look at what some of you guys are saying. Definitely, it makes for a heavy heart. We love you. Oh, shucks. Feel like I sit in, I just want to do more. How can I do that effectively? I get that. I'm reading your guys' comments. Sorry, I should have put up. I'm sorry I'm so emotional. It's just like it matters so much. Here's what and this has been after so much prayer. I was on my knees before the video, right? I mean, I was just like, God, like, give me the words. What am I supposed to say? What do you want from me, right? Like this, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? If you guys haven't ever gone to your knees in prayer asking for things like that, let me please give that to you as a suggestion, okay? Living your life in that posture is just, what else are we even here for, you know? Okay, so here's what we did. So I have had a program around for about, I'm shaking right now. I have had a program around for, it's about 3.5 years now. And it's called HBR, you may have heard of it. It's HomeBased Revolution, right? It's where it was a course. And it was where I teach people how to do what we've done, right? And so we live in service. You watch me every day. I live in service to you guys. That's what I do. And I teach you guys to do the same thing. And I teach you how to be able to, grow these multiple income streams from home, but they're in service, and it's not salesy and it's not weird. It's via content and helping your people, you know? I mean, just like I do. Yeah, I don't look salesy and weird. And I would never, ever do that to you, by the way. That is so, ugh. Anyway, the first time that I ran people through that program, HBR is amazing. I love you guys. Love HBR. Oh, thank you. That's my baby. At the time that I put it out, I've just got my hands on my heart here. I'm just going to keep doing this. At the time that I put it out, you guys, it was the best I could do. It was at that point in time, it was everything I could do for you guys. It was everything. I mean, I put it all in. We show you how to set up the YouTube channel. We show you how to set up a, Shopify store. We show you how to write a book and publish it. We show you how to lay the foundation, right? So you've got your website, you've got your blogs coming up, you've got, you get your social media on point where you show up in the world in an organic way. So when your people see you, they're like, oh my gosh, she's here for me. And then they come running, right? Because you are here for them. right? And then you get to live a life in service to them. And that's like, and then we show you how to be able to make offers of like different coaching or courses or whatever it's going to be. We show you how to do that, affiliate marketing, all of this stuff. We show you how to be able to do it in a way that is not skeezy and salesy, but rather in a way that's just saying, hey, if you want to take it further, here's how you do that. Not weird at all, right? And so that's HBR. And the very first time that I went through that, or that I walked people through that, was, hang on, I've got something on my screen. Okay, I don't think it's stopping the video though. The first time that I sent people through that, it was live, okay? And so every week I came on, they had modules in their, vault is what it's called. Vaults, yeah. They had modules in there. I would walk them through how to be able to do all of it. They would do it, and then we'd move on to the next week. You're never overwhelmed or anything. You have just what you need for that point until the next week. And so it was building on itself. Most of my super successful people from HBR came out of the first run. And as I was praying about it, it just was, there was a light bulb where God was like, Martha, your most successful people came out of this when you walked them through it before. But the thing is Martha, after the first one, I was like, I can make it evergreen now, and people can just get in, and it's a course, and it's do it on your own. Well, people aren't as successful when they just do anything on their own. Tell me about it, right? Have you ever bought a course? Guilty, okay? Have you ever bought a course, or maybe 50, and then just never did anything with them? All of the intention to do it, right? You wouldn't have bought it if you didn't want to do it, but all of the intention to do it, but you just didn't, because life happened, and because you didn't have somebody grab you by the hand and say, okay, this is what this is going to look like. Here we go. Now we're going to go into this. Now here's how you do this. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do this. And guys, we kind of workshop it together. I'm guilty. I think I've got 500 courses I haven't bought. I hope my husband isn't watching. If he is, I'm sorry. That's true. Maybe he can take some of my courses. But the truth is, guys, from a business standpoint, from a building your business, you can't do it with courses anymore. I'm going to say that as a person who had it as a course. Now, I could be lazy and say, whatever, just do it on your own. You'll come up with your own ambition, or you'll figure it out, or, if you really want it, you'll do it. I could do that, but is that really a good mentor? Is that really me actually being helpful? Or is that me being incredibly lazy and putting all the onus on you and none of the onus on me as the teacher? I'm okay to take the heavy weight of the teaching. That's my love. That's my ministry. That's what I do. And I'm very able to take the heavy weight of the teaching, the workshopping, the do this, do that, do this, do that. I could show you how to do that all day long. And so what we're doing, you guys, is we are turning it back into a live program, okay? So if you're already in HBR, you might be like, what does that mean for me? Well, here's the thing. Anytime you're in HBR, you get the updated versions of HBR always and forever, okay? So anytime it comes, so this new one that's, as we do it live, you've already got access to it, right? It's going to start on January 1st, just so you know. We're getting through the holidays. I'm not going to make you do this stuff through the holidays. We're going to start on January 1st, and it's going to be a 12-week program. I'm going to walk you all the way through it. Now here, let's talk about what I'm going to walk you through, because all of this matters. And what I've done here is I've combined different things. So part of it is HBR, but I'm actually adding other things onto it that are not HBR, okay? Because what we're doing is we're pulling out all of the stops. anything that could stop you, anything that could paralyze you, I'm making sure it is not a reality for you. Because again, let's remember what my goal is. My goal is making sure you and your family do this thing, right? That you find your point of service, that you know who your people are, that you're able to go out into the world. Guys, I want to have relationships with you forever and ever, amen. Trust me, I want you around and I love you so much, but I don't want you to need me. I want you to be here because you want to be here. I don't want you to need me. I don't want you to have to keep buying things and like me create this sort of like perpetual student. I do not want that. I want you to be successful, to go out, do your own thing, and then whenever we have events or whatever, or if we meet up for coffee sometime, I want us to talk about the impact you're having in people's lives. I want us to be peers and I want us to be friends. I don't want you betrothed to me forever. That's my worst nightmare. Actually. Boy, I'm gonna need a nap after this, all this emotion. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so HBR. Here's what it's actually going to look like. Is whenever you jump in, I'm going to, okay, I need to stop. Okay, I need to get organized here. Whenever you jump into this, all right, starts January 1st, but whenever you jump in today, the deal right now is for the next 48 hours or for the first 1,500 people that sign up. And understand that after this video, I'm sending it out to my audience of 480,000 plus. There's a little bit more now. 480,000 people are getting it. The first 1,500 in are going to be the ones that get it at 90% off. Okay, just a heads up. Okay. The others are still going to get a big discount, but it's not going to be 90%. Okay, just a heads up. Okay, so whenever you get in, what we're going to do is you're going to get a one-on-one. So you're going to get an email that says, hey, welcome, awesome, gives you the links to the group and all of the different things. And then you're going to in the vault at that point, you're going to see a training called Bat Signal Training. In the email, it'll tell you need to do this. You're going to go through that training super quick. And then what you're going to do is you're going to email us. There's instructions in that email, okay? You're going to email us and you're going to say, okay, I'm ready for my one-on-one. And then we set you up with a one-on-one with one of our coaches, okay? And then the coach is going to walk you through filling out the form. Here's where we start adding things on. It's shaking. You guys, the biggest stuck point that I see of people ever, not just in my stuff, but ever, in business everywhere, right? The biggest stuck point that I see for people is they don't know who their bat signal is. They don't know who their people are, and they get stuck in sort of this world of infinite potential. Well, it could be this person, it could be this person, it could be this person, and it could be this person. And in all of that infinite potential, they sit and they get paralyzed. And they're like, because I don't know, I can't move forward. Okay? And so if I can't move forward, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. None of HBR matters if you don't know who your person is. If you do know who your person is, all of HBR is easy. Super easy. Okay? So we're going to help you fill out your form so I can do your bat signal blueprint and your business plan blueprint for you. Okay? So what those blueprints do, First of all, at the end of the day, there's something like 60 pages. I've been doing them. Listen, I've like, people's blueprints are in my dreams these days, but I have been doing them forever. And so in the blueprints, what they actually are is I give you a detailed understanding of who your person is and what they're afraid of and what they're dreaming about and what they really are just dying for somebody to offer them. What they're like, man, if somebody really knew me, if somebody really knew what my problem was and what I really want, they would offer this. And if they offered that thing, I would snap it up in an instant. That is the Bat Signal business plan blueprint. I also give you a rundown or an outline of what your signature program will be. So like this, HBR is my signature program. So what would be your signature program that you're able to help somebody get through? Now, really quick, while in your head, you might be like, well, I can't do a signature program. I don't know. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Listen, it's okay that that is a thought right now, but understand that thought is going to go away and you are going to realize you are more than capable of creating a signature program, and it doesn't always have to be you. You can bring in super friends to help you like I do. I don't do video storytelling. I have a super friend do that, right? I don't teach about Shopify stores. I have a super friend do that. I don't, oh gosh, all of the others. I don't even podcast. I have a super friend that does that, right? I don't do the website walkthroughs. I have a super friend that does that. I'm not freaking organized. I have a super friend that does that. That's, you guys, what you're going to learn is how to be able to create these amazing programs in service to not just your people, but also your peers and your friends, because it's helpful for them too. Guys, do you realize how easy this all really is when you know it? Anyway, okay, so the stuck spot that I usually was seeing people get stuck at everywhere, not just my stuff, remember, everywhere, was their bat signal. And it's usually that it's not defined enough. It's usually way too broad. And I'm like, oh, nobody's going to know you're talking to them. Nobody's going to know, right? Needs to be very, very, very specific, like where you can give them a name specific. And that's what I do. And not only do I give you their hopes, their dreams, or whatever, it's 40 pages long of what they're looking for. And then, like I said, we outline the signature program. And then we give you options for bonuses for those programs, okay? To add in, to help out, right? And then I give you a year of content around your pillars. I tell you what your pillars need to be, what they're looking for. We're talking content pillars right now. I tell you what they need to be, and not only that, I give you a year of topics, a year of titles to use that they are looking for, that you can then turn around into calls to action for different things that you offer, guys. This is how we do this without getting stalled out and without getting paralyzed. It gets easy. And then the last thing, I guess maybe the last thing, one of the last things, is as we go through every week of HBR, as we go through it, you're going to utilize AI the way I use AI, ChatGPT specifically and Jasper. You're going to utilize those things the way I do. I'm going to give you prompts. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, exactly where to do it. So your work is no longer 5 to 10 hours a week. Your work is now 1 to 2 hours a week. 1 to 2 hours a week is all that, once it's set up, all that you spend, guys, is 1 to 2 hours a week. And these aren't going to be garbage prompts that create sort of this bland, generic, whatever. No, it's going to be seasoned for you. It will be yours. And the reason why is because of all the research I have done. because then you'll be able to take that document and say, hey, read this. It will read it and you'll say, cool, now I need this. And it'll be like, cool. You guys, because of the new technology, because of how I've learned how you guys learn, how I've learned how I've made mistakes, because of all of these different things, we've allowed ourselves to become refined by it. And now we have delivered absolute perfection. If this were available to me when I was just starting, off to the races in 2 weeks flat. There's no reason. By the end of the 12 weeks, you guys, that's it. I want to see you around for coaching calls when you have questions, and I want you to invite me to coffee. You will not need to be lingering around because you're stuck. There's not going to be any more stuck. It's going to be too easy for you to be stuck. Does that make sense? Now let's get back to why I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this is because my goal, my focus is 100% on you and your family. I want, for when we're on calls together, I want to see the light go off. I want to see your own light bulbs. I want to see your own mentioning of like, oh my gosh, this happened and this is working. And oh my gosh, this person reached out to me and da 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 da. I want that. And I know we're going to be able to do that. I know it. And I'm so freaking excited. Again, we start January 1st. The deal is right now for the next 48 hours. The first 1,500 people, like I said, it's going out to 480,000+ people here after this video. The first 1,500 people get it at 90% off. After that, within the 48 hours, it's going to still be discounted, but it's not going to be like that. And if you're already in HBR and you're like, well, what about the bat signal blueprint part? Like, I don't have that yet. Is that now mine or whatever? I can't, guys, I spend so many hours on that. And just to have a one-on-one with me, it's like $1,500 an hour just to have a one-on-one with me. So I value my time a lot. I spend hours on these things, guys. Okay, so I can't say they're free because I would be doing a disservice to my family. I honestly would. You guys can understand that too. So what I'm doing for you guys is I'm giving it to you at the beta price that it started out as. It's going to be $6,000. I'm giving it to you guys that are already in HBR because you can't get it in this deal. You're getting it right now, $14.97 is what we have it at. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll just message me at Living the Dream with Martha. Just message me and I'll get you the link for it. Okay, and that's within the next 48 hours as well. Okay, just so you guys know. What questions do you guys have? Did I cover everything? Did I cover everything? Yes, January 1st start date. I am willing to pay for that bat signal blueprint. That's, you guys, I had a student, and I won't mention her name, although she'll probably mention herself. I had a student who has been in HBR for about 3 years, I want to say. Just plugging away, doing it. And, you know, she thought she knew her bat signal. She thought she already knew it. And she was plugging away and doing the things. And she was great with consistency and everything. But she still wasn't getting that, like, traction she really wanted. She was one of my beta people for the bat signal blueprint and bat signal business plan blueprint. And she got it back. First of all, she cried through the whole thing. She took her days to get through it because she cried through the whole thing. But now, guns a-blazing. She knows how to monetize things. She knows what memberships she needs to make. She knows how to be able to talk directly to her people. Everything has changed. Everything has changed. So even if you already think you know your bat signal, totally cool. If you just want to write it out and you feel like you know it, you might. That's great. If you're already getting good traction with it, you probably do know it. But if you're not getting good traction with it, just grab this and let me do the actual report for you. Okay, let me do the research. And understand, if I were to do this same research for like Coca-Cola, it would cost them 250 grand. It takes that amount of time. Typically for one-off businesses, it's 75 grand and it takes 6 months to do. I have figured out a way to make it more concise for myself to be able to hammer them out for you guys. So I can do this. I'm absolutely able to do this, but I need your own commitment to do it too, right? What other questions do we have? The fee for current HBR students, yes. For the bat signal blueprint is $14.97. You got it. Okay, so if you're in HBR already, are we good? If you don't want the bat signal blueprint, then you're totally good. You're gonna get an email for January 1st. You're going to get an email that we're going to begin, and we'll go through the 12 weeks. So again, I just wanna reiterate, whenever you jump into this, right? So whenever you jump into this, then you will always be able to go through the next live one as well if you want to, okay? That's so like we're going to do them every quarter. We're going to keep out the end or Q4. So the holiday quarter, we're not going to do it that quarter. So we'll do it 3 quarters a year, and then we'll stop for a quarter to kind of just catch our own breath, honestly, because I'm just going to be teaching. That's my life, right? And I kind of love that life, so I'm good. But also I know not many people are going to want to do that during the holidays, right? Let's all take a breather. But yeah, that's it. So make sure that you reach out to my Facebook business page. The link is in the description of this video. You're going to message me the word bundle. Okay, message me the word bundle. And then we're going to have a short conversation to make sure it's a good fit. And then I'm going to give you a page that has all the details about everything. And then you're going to say I'm in or I'm out or whatever, totally up to you. No big deal. First 1,500 people in get 90% off. I'm getting ready to message over 480,000 people. So 1,500 is probably going to go fast, would be my guess. The TLDR version of this video is I have found a way to be able to pull out all the stops. I found a way that you cannot fail. I found a way that you can do this in no time, that it can be easy. So you get to just fast track, which is how I put that in the name, which is why you get to just fast track your way into living in mission, living in ministry, living in service to your people. You fast track to that because everything else is done and it's so easy. Oh, I didn't mention this, but I'm also going to share with you my most successful lead magnets. So like the lead magnet page and then the email campaigns afterward that sort of nurture into something else, right? I'm going to be sharing all of that stuff with you too. And it's just going to be like between that and the AI you're going to use with it, it's going to be like Mad Libs gone crazy. You guys aren't lifting a finger. You just simply aren't lifting a finger with this. You just simply aren't. And this, just a heads up, this doesn't even cost very much. I barely have any profit in it. I've almost cut out almost all profit, okay? To take 90% off, I've almost cut out all profit. I have just a smidgen, not gonna lie. I have a little bit, but I don't have much, okay? Because again, that's not what this is for. My ministry, my goal is to educate you and send you out. But whenever you guys jump into this, you're getting HBR 12-week live program as many times as you want to go through it. You don't repay for it. You get your bat signal blueprint, your business plan blueprint, you get a year of content, and you get an outline for the signature course that your people are wishing that somebody would offer them. And it's not going to cost much, and you'll probably make it back within the first month or so, if we're very honest. I love you guys. I'll see you later.